Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, we're gonna do a quick exercise in nodes. We're gonna create another multiplication table, and we're gonna use it the quick and easy way using SphereChalk. And the idea is really to use the coordinates of a grid, the pre-made grid in SphereChalk, and simply use it as a multiplication table. So save it. So this is a SV mult hack. There are actually many different ways, and there's some of them are really interesting. This is the easiest. So if you look at a plane nodes really generating coordinates in a plane, right? XY by default is two number pair, and the number itself, if we break it out, so this is a position, X, Y, Z positions. The Z, of course, is going to be 0 for now. If we are using the stethoscope, it's going to be pair of number. Look at the X, it's going to be, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something. But if we zip it, so list zip, X and Y, it's going to be the pair of number that made up the multiplication table. So if we use math, we can simply multiply the X and the Y, and we should get our number. Maybe we need to make some modification, but it's pretty much the idea. Sorry about this stethoscope viewer on Mac. It looks pretty funky like this. We have number 0, but maybe we don't want that. So maybe we need to move the grid a little bit so it doesn't have 0. So vector math. Maybe we need to scale it or kind of offset it. Simply move it in X and Y, move it by 1. So we are offsetting the grid a little bit. So the result of the grid is going to be like that if we're visualizing it. So this grid is going to be, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 by 7 multiplication table grid. And we have the result here already. So everything is pretty much done. We just need to visualize it. So use viewer draw, or there's another one, viewer index. Okay, this one should be the one we need. So the position will be our vertices, and the text will be our result. So maybe, hopefully you can see it, but it's really tiny. The matrix, do we need to use the matrix? Maybe. And if you want to bake this, there's an option to bake it out as a normal text. So let's create a text object first. Select our text object, font size 1, bake. Oh, in list index out of range. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe we need to split our result. Split, list split. So we have 49 position and 49 text. Select everything, bake. Okay, we have something there. Seems to be correct. Let's reduce the font size to 0.4, bake it again. So we have our font, and we have our result of the multiplication table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 7 times 2, 14. But there is a trailing 0, and then we have to fix that first. So the text shouldn't be float. Yeah, convert the float to integer. That should fix it. Bake it again. So we have our number. So that's pretty much done. The text itself is only the outline because We need to fix it here. Fill none. If we just change it to front, that's gonna be filled, but not everything else. So hold options and then set this again. So now this is correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 49. Okay, so that's our grid based on a plane. Since we are basing it on a plane, we can actually turn it into a 3D multiplication table if you like. So instead of using plane, let's use vector p. We also need to move this vector because currently the vector probably not at 0, 0, not correctly arranged. So we might need to move it. Let's move it. So if we have like 10 by 10 by 10, let's move it 5. Oops. We need to move it until it's placed correctly. Okay, let's do this. And this should be 5, I guess. So the position. So the multiplication still, we need to make modifications. I need to save it as new blend because this is the 3D version. We need to also to include the Z. So another multiplication math, and that should be correct now. Vertices should come from this guy. Okay, I think that's pretty much done. We can bake it. So we have our numbers with this number, and we can actually use we can visualize it as like a sphere or something. So use viewer, draw, icosphere. We're gonna end up with a lot of objects, so we need to be careful with that. Simply create apply, matrix apply. So we have our position, which is this guy, and our objects, icosphere. We can join subdivision 0, vertices, face. Okay, we might need to make it smaller. The size should be, okay, I forgot, matrix in should take the position, but we need to scale it based on the number. The number comes from this guy. It might be too big, but vector in. It's 1, 2, 3. That's the scale. Apparently we need to join the matrix in this case. We join it here. Please join. Oh, there you go. It's too big. Vector math. Scale. Multiply this by 0.1. Still too big. It's getting better. Okay. 0.002. There you go. I think we get a result. It's some points, of course, too small. But you can see how we can visualize the multiplication table. Okay, so I think I go a little bit too far, but you got the idea. We can use 2D grid or 3D grid and just simply use the coordinates and multiply it and then lay laid it on some kind of grid, and we have multiplication table. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.